Hi, I want to talk a little bit about the friendly, miraculous universe, living in that, versus the hostile, reasoning, rational universe, and what that experience is like, and how that plays out in how you live. And it does play out very differently. And primarily, it plays out at first in how you react to life, because you have to assume either one of those lives. You have to assume a certain stance, and it's a very distinct and different stance, and it makes a big difference which one you take, because one leads directly always to the hostile, rational way of living, always, and the other lives always to the friendly, miraculous one, always, always, always. Either of these decisions do that. Either these not decisions, it was, yeah, reactions, how you choose to react. And it's this. It's very simple. It's in a friendly or miraculous universe. If a universe is friendly and miraculous, then there's only one thing you can experience, and that is friendliness and miraculousness. The universe has your back in everything. Always. There's never a situation where that's not true. Never. Because if it were true, then you would be in a hostile, rational universe. You would be back in the dualistic world. If you're in a friendly or miraculous universe, karma ends. There is no cause and effect. How could there be cause and effect? Because cause and effect stands for right or wrong, good or bad. It has to do with reactions that are of similar type judgments. When you can't make a judgment like that, it ends. There's no point for it anymore. Krishnamurti, who was such an incredible centered soul, and people would ask him, they would say, well, what is your secret to living your life so peacefully? He said the key was simple. He didn't mind what happened. That's what he said. He didn't mind what happened. And you can't mind what happens only if what happens is friendly or miraculous, that you can trust it, you can feel safe in it. In the hostile, rational world, that's not the case. No, that's not the case at all. If something shows up, it's danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Or it's got your attention. If it comes up from within you, it's got some sort of, from mild to harsh, telling you, well, this is what you might need to do. The whole idea of doing things toward the future, the whole idea of your past, the whole idea of should, all those things come into play with a hostile universe. In a friendly universe, it's quite simple. It's just, if you're in a friendly universe and something shows up and it starts to look hostile, which will happen as you practice this, you'll start to see your mind embracing the hostility and that you should do something about it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, rather than wait and look at it and notice and observe and see what it is. And why would you wait, observe, look at what it is? Because in a friendly universe, or a miraculous one, if you're experiencing something hostile or like reasonable or unreasonable, that can mean only one thing, and that is that you're missing something. That's all it means, is that you're not seeing something. Because if you were seeing something, then it wouldn't look unreasonable and hostile. It would be an opening into something even more friendly. And even the opening itself, everything about it would be friendly and miraculous. You would be able to see that. And if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not friendly or not miraculous. It just means you're not seeing it. Will you make that judgment then? See, that's what I find myself doing all the time, is having to look at that. Whenever things come up, I have to go, and it startles me sometimes. New things come up, and I go, but each time it comes up now, I've made my decision. Like Einstein said, it said the most important decision you make is that, whether you live in one or the other. Well, I've made that decision. I don't have faith in the hostile, rational world that passes away. I don't have any faith in it at all. I have complete faith in the other. So when I see things that come up, I'm forced to wait. And then what I find is my waiting is rewarded. Some ways, if just a lifting of my concern, sometimes a change of situation, sometimes something miraculous being revealed to me. It doesn't matter. But in the hostile universe, well, that's different. You know what that's like. I don't have to tell you too much about that. You know that when the hostile universe says, danger, Will Robinson, and you need to pay attention to this, it just means that it doesn't mean, what it means to you is you've got to fix something. You've got to change something. You've got to do something. Now, I love the 12-step groups because of the groups that I just love being in 12-step groups, and I don't always agree with everything that's going on within them. For me personally, I don't say that it's not good for other people. I don't say that. I don't know, but I do know I look for myself, and I realize that I have to make a judgment about certain things. But one is the serenity prayer. I love the serenity prayer, just the peacefulness of it. But I have to rework it because it speaks to me in ways that I have different language for now. Where it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. What comes up for me right away is, why would I change them? Accept those things that I cannot change. What part of me is thinking that I need to change something? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. Again, why would I change them? Why is it courage? Because of wisdom, courage. I mean, what starts coming to me is, God grant me the wisdom and the peace to be still, and more will be revealed. The last is the wisdom to know the difference. And I see that on a worldly level, but that's the difference, is that when you believe you're in this world and of it, then right and wrong, good and bad, cause and effect, karma, everything like that applies. Everything applies. But when you're living in a realm that transcends that, it does. Now again, it does not include the world. When Jesus was teaching his disciples, he said, "Be in this world." He said that, "Be in this world." Yeah, be in it. But then he also said, "But don't be of it. Don't be of it." And that's a key. Be in the world. Notice its beauty. Be a part of it. Use it as your yoga. But don't be of it. Don't surrender to hostility. Don't surrender to duality. Don't surrender to reasonableness. You were not made to be reasonable. You are made to be the light of the world, the soul that brings light to everything and stands for the light that reveals all the truth and the heart in everyone and in everything. And it's there. It's miraculous. We don't see much of it unless we're willing to stand in it. And of course, I talked about this in this video I just did before this, which is, we need to stand in it together, though. Together. It's awfully difficult to think about about standing in it alone right now. Even though, no matter how much awareness that you have, it would be hard to do that alone right now. And we're not supposed to be doing it alone. We're to reach out and be reached out to do it together, to smile and laugh and be at peace together. That's all for now.